Welcome everyone to some Pokemon Unite Hidden Gems, and in this video we are going to discuss Sableye. Sableye is a character that got nerfed several times, actually. But the biggest nerf that came to Sableye actually came quite recently, or a really big nerf, and that hit its attack, its health, like by so much. One of the biggest changes probably for a character. And it wasn't too strong at the time. Here's also my items and my build. But we're going to play some Confuse Ray and Shadow Sneak on Sableye and hopefully do pretty well. Starting off as Sableye, we are going to get Astonish. So Sableye has one of the most interesting mechanics in the game. It can steal Eos energy, and it can also be invisible. So while invisible, the enemies cannot see Sableye, but they will be alerted in some way. We'll see that once we turn it invisible again. Not right then. But there you go. If you saw the Slowpoke's Eos energy, it just got stolen because I used Thief. So Thief is a move to where you do a little dash in front of yourself. Everything you hit will get a super slight stun, and while they're stunned, you will steal 5 Eos energy, or whatever they have. If they have less than 5, you still take 5 somehow. Somehow you get what they don't have. Which is pretty solid. It's a good starting move. Like I said, simple stun. And our other move is Astonish. So what Astonish is it's a little cone shape in front of us, and it just does some damage. It's a decent secure move. And that is all it really does. I think it might do something if you're like behind an enemy. Maybe it has a stun. It's not a massive stun also, but it would be maybe an extra stun. But now at level 4, we get our real moves. I could have Shedinja Doll there, but I probably would have been defeated anyway. So while invisible also we get boosted attacks. So you see I have a boosted attack right here. That's because I'm invisible. So every time you're invisible you get a boosted attack. This boosted attack will fear enemies. And what fear does is, if you look at the Sylveon right there, it will send them in the direction away from you. And right there the Bumblebee, you see how it started to run away after running towards us? That is what fear is. I'll try and show it here again. Never mind, I'll just take the experience. There you go. So did you see the ball fly right there? It ran away. That is fear. That is one thing Sableye relies on, is its fear and its invisibility. What Shadow Sneak does is it makes it invisible instantly. Actually, not instantly. It has like a 1.5 second time. If it gets stunned in that time, though, it actually stops going invisible. So if you look at the little orange bar under us, anything that hits us in that time, if it's a stun, we will actually stop going invisible. But outside of the orange bar, I was focused there, so. Like I said, we just go invisible, we get a boosted attack, we get a little movement speed increase also while we're invisible. So you always want to be invisible, essentially, as this character. And, oh no, that's sad. I'm really focused on this defense right now, so I'm not talking too much. Yeah, this is a hard defense here. Good fight, though. Good stuff. We got the Mewtwo. This is how you play Sableye, though. This is just prime Sableye gameplay. You just run in, you run out, you stun, you run away. And this is just what you do as Sableye. It's annoying to play against, but this is how it's played. Just simply run in, run out, do your job, Confuse Ray things. What Confuse Ray does, I haven't even talked about Confuse Ray yet. But Confuse Ray is point, click, stun. You use it, the thing gets stunned. If it hits though, it has to hit the enemy. So you see right there, I hit the Sylveon and it gains like little ducks around it. It's a little hard to see because it's so small. But any enemy with a little confusion there will actually attack their own teammates. And wow, Mewtwo does quite a bit of damage. But they are forced to attack their own teammates, and it actually lasts for like 2 seconds, so it's a really long time stun. The one downside with Confuse Ray is the fact that it is super slow, so it's a bit hard to hit at points. But it is a very good follow-up for either your Fear stuns, or like that. You see I feared him into the Confuse Ray stun, or into your teammate's stun. So if this, for example, Trevenant were to Wood Hammer something, I can then Confuse Ray and stun whatever he Wood Hammers. So it's a very good follow-up as well. It's not just pure stun. Normally you aren't going to use it as a pure stun, because it normally will miss. But if you can hit it, it feels very, very nice. Oh, I could have gotten a better score there, but that's fine. Him scoring is not the worst thing. But this is, like I said, it's hard to describe Sableye's gameplay because it is so weird. You just play in, out. There's our Unite move also. What it does is in a massive area in front of us, we stun things. Okay, anything that's looking at Sableye will get stunned and be sent back to base. If they aren't looking at us, they just take some damage. So, massive upside if you can hit it. And normally what you want to do is you want to be invisible and then use it and just sort of surprise your enemies. But another fun thing you can do as Sableye is actually just be invisible. And while you're invisible, you can shadow your teammates with your Experience Share. Experience Share, I think, is a pretty necessary item on this character. Because you can just sneakily give your teammates more experience. And you don't need much. Sableye is not an experience-heavy Pokemon. It's not even a score-heavy Pokemon. Most people use it for scoring. I don't. When have I scored this game, I think? I think I've scored like a few points, but that's mainly with the team. Mainly you want to play as a shadow to your team. You want to stick with them and just be invisible. And while you're invisible, you can be aware of like where enemies are in their surroundings, because you actually are alerted if there's an enemy nearby. That's sad I go down. But it's pretty fine, because I'll be back for the Rayquaza. And then you have Shedinja Doll, so then if ever you are focused on what you can be, because Sableye is quite squishy right now. And also it's going to be pretty close to the front line. Like what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually scout ahead, and if I get alerted, if I get a little exclamation point, I know an enemy's nearby. So right there, did you see the exclamation point? That means there's an enemy probably in this area right here. And you see there they are. So you can scout pretty well on this character. You just need to play safe and just know when you are sighted. And when you have to back off. I stunned the Mewtwo, which is so good. That's so massive for us. Because they might not be able to do it just yet. I think we will all go down. Oh, we got 3. Okay, they can't do it, I think. What my plus moves do also, Shadow Sneak while I'm invisible, I actually heal. So it's a little bit of healing. And like I said, since this character is so in and out of fights, getting that bit of passive healing actually feels super nice. You see I'm going to do some more scouting here. See them. Back out. You see, you just play mind games with this character. I did miss the Confuse Ray. hit the Mewtwo here. I'm going to go for score, I think. Maybe? I don't think I need to just yet. You go for that? There you go. Oh, that's all 5 dead. Let's go, we split the score. And then I can sit on this base for you. Go, yes! Aw, super solid. Unite me for celebration. Good job, Venusaur. Played that so beautifully. That's how you play Sableye, though. It's a very weird character to play. It's very annoying to play against a good one. Like, I'm sure my opponents were annoyed. But it's just you play in and out of fights. You don't need to full-on engage. You don't need to score as this character. When did I go off by myself to score? Like, yes, I got so much score at the end, but that's mainly because it was at the end. And as you see here, like, the stats for Sableye is not massive. You know, what you're playing is just a follow-up support. Things get stunned and then you stun them, or you scout. It's a very weird character to play, but if played effectively, this character is so devastating. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. So thank you, and goodbye.